In this episode of Sailing Doodles, I show you how we finally fixed the windlass. Taylor takes you on a tour around St. Thomas, and we have to take Punky to the hospital before social distancing on the beach. This season of Sailing Doodles features Bobby, Taylor, and Punky as we set sail for the Caribbean in our 1989 CT-56. This channel is made possible by our patrons who get early access to videos and exclusive content. In the previous video, we left Puerto Rico as they went on full lockdown and curfew. We made it to the US Virgin Islands where things were much more relaxed. For the previous month or so, our windlass has been inoperable, and we'd had to pull it up by hand. So this has been a huge pain in the butt working on this windlass. I will show you basically how much of a pain in the butt. I've had to crawl in here dozens of times. I will show you. So crawling in here is not the easiest thing to do. Basically, you gotta crawl up in here and then scooch this way till I'm in here, and then worm my way back in here. What it ended up being is this cable right here. The cable was corroded somehow, so it wasn't grounding and it wasn't going. So I replaced this cable and it's working. So it's been a huge pain in the butt, because also I had to replace that box right there, which is the basically a solenoid that engages it. So I replaced that, replaced this. Now I gotta tape everything up and put everything back together. And you can see it's not exactly an easy place to get in and out of. Oh man.
Well, Bobby's been working on the windlass for like forever now. He's been spent all morning on it, and then I just heard some yelling. So I think that's good yelling.
I have fixed it. I've been working on this thing for like days. Finally got the problem solved. It was a bad ground wire.
Nice.
So I replaced the ground wire and now it works.
Good job. That's gonna be so much easier for you in the long run.
We were pulling a hand. Doing it by hand was a pain in the butt.
Well, and you did hurt a finger
cut
pretty
the
bad.
tip of my finger off. So, all right.
Much better now, and now it's pouring rain just in time to finish the work. It's our first full day of quarantining, or self-isolating, whatever you call it. We're already getting a little bored, so I am gonna take the dinghy out and take some pictures and kind of get off the boat for a little while.
Had I known how far Taylor was going to take the dinghy offshore, I would have had her bring a radio with her. She did bring her cell phone with her though. If the motor quit for any reason, she'd have a hard time rowing back.
Damn! Yeah, there's no waves here, but...
We were settling into our isolation routine pretty well.
Well, the wind's picked up this morning and it's supposed to continue gusting up to 30 all day. So we're gonna kind of move just a little bit over there to a slightly calmer spot. I mean, last night the boat was rolling pretty good, so I'm gonna set anchor there, move, and then see what there is to do over there.
That The horn there is the low oil pressure horn, and I think it'll also go off for like temperature as well. It's really loud and annoying, but it's meant to be because it's supposed to wake you up or whatever, or, you know, so it's just annoying.
So my job is to be back here at the helm while Bobby's pulling up the anchor up on the bow. So I'm steering us and controlling the throttle, making sure we're not going to hit anything, and moving the boat forward so it's easier for him to pull it up. And it's a lot easier for him to pull it up now because he fixed the windlass, so he's not pulling it up by hand.
We headed over to Brewers Bay where there was a bit more protection. Windy day out here today. We tucked into this bay. Pretty decent protection from the waves and stuff, but I mean, it's still really windy, 30 knots out here. But there's a little beach over here with a little bar in front of it. We're gonna go explore that. Oh shit, hat, oh my God. Grab it. Nice catch. You guys probably didn't like that hat anyway. Let me know in the comments what do you think. Forward to what we have to do now. You know, right in the middle of the coronavirus crap. Punky has a staph infection, so we got to get her to the hospital to get treatment for that, which is about the last place you want to be.
Yeah, but I mean, staph infection is a lot more serious than coronavirus.
Yeah. So.
Like, you know, it's got to be dealt with.
Yeah. But anyway, so headed to the hospital. You've probably heard me say it many times before, but it's nice to have a dinghy with enough horsepower to get you around. This is the main harbor for St. Thomas. You know, back in pirate days, this would be the bay. There's actually, up there, you can see it, the little tower way up there. I think it was, I don't know, I can't remember which pirate it was, but that was his tower. So he'd be up there looking for boats coming across, and they'd load up their pirate ship and go get them. They have a little screening station up here. They screened Punky, like rate her temperature, she's okay. And they put a little sticker on her so she's going inside.
We didn't want to brave going in. We didn't want to get screened or expose ourselves to going in there. So we're gonna hang back. I feel bad that she's going in there and having to deal with that alone.
Yeah.
Staph infections are really serious. Like if it gets into her blood, it could kill her. So it's a very serious deal, but we're just kind of protecting ourselves out here. Yeah, so anyway, she'll be texting us. We're gonna go down to the water, I don't know. See what's open. Yeah, right, so, all right. Like all these shops are closed up, and then this right here is where the actual cruise ships would be docked. It'd be like 3 or 4 of them along this way, and then maybe one out there. And all these things are all empty. No cruise ships all the way down. And there would be like 2 or 3 cruise ships right here. I'm sure they're so busy you would barely even be able to walk around.
Yeah, and sometimes they even have them anchored out because there's not enough space on the dock. But all this is empty. Already pulled up anchor. Today we are gonna head over to St. John. St. John is mostly a national park, so it's really beautiful water and it's all moorings, stuff like that. Hopefully it's a little better protected than we've been around here. Because all the really good places to anchor around here are all taken, like the ones inside the bays and stuff. They have like permanent moorings from people, so it's really hard to get a good place. But over there it's all national park, so you get on a mooring that's public.
It was a good 10 miles along the south side of St. Thomas, up through a cut, and up to St. John. There can be a lot of current between the islands.
Going through those little cuts is always a little fun. I mean, it's just kind of weird, makes weird wave patterns.
This is Keneal Bay on the west side of St. John. St. John has some of the prettiest water in the Caribbean.
So I went to go out for a snorkel, and I kind of realized that we're literally the complete opposite direction that everybody else is. So I was like looking at the mooring, I thought it was kind of weird. I thought the lines were a bit loose, I don't know. So I told Bobby.
Well, one of these things is not like the others. We are turned basically sideways to everybody else. So most of these other boats have actually swung with the wind because they're catamarans, they don't have very deep keels. And even that one monohull, those two monohulls have fin keels. So, you know, they swing more with the wind than with the current. Well, we're turned sideways with the current because we have a full keel. So it's a little, you know, you can see all the other boats, how they're pointed actually opposite than us. It can be a concern because, like, if the two boats are swinging opposite directions and right into each other, you got to pay attention to it. But I think we're pretty safe right here. This is a national park area, so you can't actually beach your dinghy. You can drop people off on your dinghy on the beach, but you can't leave it there. You have to actually put it on a little mooring outside there. But you can take a paddleboard. So we're gonna take the paddleboards over to the beach where our friends Steve and Loretta are and do some social distancing on the beach, you know? Sit 6 feet apart on the beach, share, you know, don't share a cocktail, but they each have their own cocktails 6 feet apart. Hang out, should be fun. Trying to make it ashore without falling in. We are social distancing on the beach. No, she's got to stand over there though because we're social distancing on the beach.
I'm gonna be way over here.
Cheers to you.
I'll stand way behind Loretta.
You may.
It's gonna be like these bad company album covers.
You may recognize Steve and Loretta from a previous video, so good to see you guys again. All right.
Hola, Punky. Did you?
It's a pretty nice beach for some social distancing. Thank you so much for watching, and please click that subscribe button. And again, as always, thank you so much to our patrons for making this channel possible.
I've been bugging Bobby for a while now about how much I want a hammock. The beanbag is great, I love the beanbag, don't get me wrong, but I just have been nagging him about wanting to have a hammock. And so while he was up there working on the Windlass, rummaging around in the forward storage unit, he found the hammock. So I'm gonna see if I can try and attach it to like the dinghy davits and like have it hang off the back. I think it'd be pretty cool. I kinda got it set up, but I'm gonna test it out. Hopefully it doesn't break and I fall in the water.
Well, hopefully you don't break you if it fall on that.
I don't know how to get in it. Hopefully the wind doesn't blow me away. Okay. I'm scared. Alright. Not bad. Awkward angle, but it's good. Whoa. I heard it rip.